Hey, what's up everyone? It's Raw Sync here again, and today I've got a domination game on Karachi. I believe I'm playing Ground War. I'm using the TAR 21, and I got a pretty good score. I think I've got about 75 kills or so. It's kind of a old gameplay, but oh well. I do start off with the P90 because I have a P90 with danger close and frags, and I wanted to throw a little spawn frag if you guys want to. I'll teach you guys it right here. I'm pretty sure you've seen it before, but all you do is just throw a frag over the building, up and over, and usually you can get a lot of people. It depends how many people are there, and I mean, I should have got 5 or so, but I didn't. There's a guy in last stand, so I died. But anyways, I wanted to talk about a few things, and one of the things I wanted to talk about was kind of a change of commentary that I wanted to do. I feel that kind of I'm talking too much about gameplay, and when I get the opportunity, I'll give you tips or I'll mention something that's happening in the gameplay. But I mean, if you guys have any suggestions of what you want me to talk about, because I want to talk about what things that you guys are interested in, please comment below and just let me know what you guys want to really hear. I mean, life stories or anything like that. I don't know what you guys want to hear about. I mean, my experience about the game, history of gaming. But this commentary right here, I decided I'm going to talk about my history of gaming and where I've gotten today. So basically, the first console I ever had, or the first system that I ever had, was, I believe, probably one of the first Game Boys, the really big white ones. They were really big. If you know what I'm talking about, maybe only a few of you would probably know what I'm talking about. A really big white Game Boy, and I believe it had a jet skiing game. Now this jet skiing game was not like any other jet skiing game. It was a very hard jet skiing game that I remember. I could never steer straight, and I mean, I was like a little kid and stuff. I mean, today if I played it, I could probably just, own everyone. But back then I was a little kid, and that game was just really hard. And I remember the guy at Toys R Us telling me that this was a good game, I should get it, and my mom got it for me. And I mean, that game was just too crazy. After that, I got the newer Game Boy, and I started to get into Pokemon. Like pretty much, I think all of us kind of got into. I mean, Pokemon is still a freaking awesome game. I don't play it that much anymore because I sold my Game Boys and DSs and all that stuff. But I mean, that's really what got me kind of into video games and stuff, just because of the activities involved in the game and stuff, and just everything put together. Pokemon was just an awesome game. I mean, amazing franchise. But after that, I got a PS1 for, I think, my birthday. I forgot what I got the PS1 for. I got it for something. Maybe my birthday, maybe for Christmas. I think it might have been for Christmas. But I got a PS1, and I remember I got into the James Bond games. All my neighbors, I moved one time. Well, I used to live in San Diego. That's when I had the Game Boys, and I moved to Hawaii. And I lived in a house for about a year or two, and then I moved to the house that I'm still in. I've been here for about 5 or so years, and all my neighbors had PlayStations, so we all brought our games to each other's houses and stuff, and we would play. And I remember we always played James Bond. I mean, there's a bunch of James Bond games for PS1, and they were just really fun. I mean, all the gadgets were really fun, and we had to think, and all the missions were awesome. I mean, we just played it for hours. But believe me, I mean, back then we didn't really have online, so we'd maybe play it for a few hours, and then the rest of the day we'd just be outside all day, just like running around, going crazy like little kids. But PS1 was just really I think it came to around the Xbox, but just let me go on with my story. So after the PS1 came around, the PS2 came out, and that's when my neighbor got a PS2, and I also got a PS2, and my other neighbor did. There was pretty much three boys in our neighborhood, and we all had the same video game consoles, and some of us had even the same games. But excuse me here. With the PS2, there's also a lot of James Bond games, but there's also a lot of sports games and stuff that we played, and I think I might have played Grand Theft Auto on PS2. I don't remember. I think I had San Andreas, and really San Andreas was a game that was just so, I want to say life-changing, but it really changed my perspective on video games because it was a sandbox game, and you guys all know what that is. It's kind of like, I think you guys all know what it is, but it's kind of like a big free roam game. You can do whatever you want for however long you want, and the game didn't ever get boring. There's missions that You know, to beat the game, it would take forever. I only unlocked the first island, and I think there's like 3 or 4 islands, right, in San Andreas. And I remember I just played that game all day, and with my friends and stuff. And that's when I got a little older, because I didn't. My parents didn't really want me playing those games when I was young. But San Andreas really just changed my perspectives on video games, because it was just amazing how a person could create a video game where you could do whatever you want. It's just free roam. I mean, it just really blew my mind at the time, and it still does. I mean, I really want a Grand Theft Auto. When the next Grand Theft Auto that comes out, I probably will get, but I'm hoping that they'll make it so it's like kind of like how it was in San Andreas. I like the kind of the gang perspective on it. I liked it better than how it is now with the, I think it's like the Mafia now or something like that, but I kind of like the gang perspective, and there's like territories and stuff. That was really fun. But I hope the next one they really revamp the multiplayer and just make it a lot funner somehow, and just make it more interactive, I guess you'd say, even though it already is. But after the PS2, I remember buying a PSP, which was pretty fun. I mean, I brought that to school and stuff, but I got the Xbox 360, and I got Call of Duty 2, and I got Call of Duty 2 right when it came out, and I had 1 month trial of Xbox Live, and I played Call of Duty 2 online. I mean, I was pretty much one of the first people on that game online, because the 3rd or 4th day that it was out, I was already online. And I remember just running around with the trench gun and stuff, and me and my friends would play that game, and it was a lot of fun. And after that 1 month trial came up, took a break for a few months, and then I decided to turn back on my Xbox, which I played it, but I didn't play it as much. I had other things going on, like sports and stuff, and I got a year of Xbox, or 3 months, or something like that, and then I've been playing ever since. I think I've been playing for 3 or 4 years, and I mean, for these past probably 2 years, I haven't been playing as much as I used to, but that's fine. And I mean, I played Call of Duty. I think it was around Call of Duty 3 when I took another break, because I didn't really like the game too much, and I sold it back. And Call of Duty 4 came out, and Call of Duty 4 and Halo 3 are also really big changers for me, game changers, because in Halo 3 they had that Forge mode, which was just really good part of the game that I thought, because we can have custom games. And the new Halo Reach, I'm gonna get it just because of the Forge world. It looks so epic. But Call of Duty 4 came around, and that game just really hooked me. Call of Duty 2 hooked me up a lot, but Call of Duty 4 just sealed the deal. And then Modern Warfare 2 came around, and that's when I kind of decided, I went on YouTube, I guess, and I started watching montages, and then I saw maybe a few commentaries by a few people. I think Hutch was actually, I remember subscribing to Hutch because of one of his montages on, not even his channel, it was on someone else's channel. It was one of his I think it might have been a World at War commentary, or a COD 4 commentary, or something like that. But I remember subscribing to Hutch when he had quite a very low amount of subscribers, and then I remember him giving a shout out to C9ers, so I checked out C9ers channel, and started watching commentaries ever since. And then I just watch a wide variety of commentators, and then I decided back in probably January to get a PVR or get a Dazzle, and then from there I got a PVR. And after I got my PVR, then things really kind of started to kick off. I got some good connections with some people, and I made a lot of friends and stuff. And that's really the best way to get known on YouTube, is have a lot of good connections, because if you upload, I mean, I don't care if you upload a 130 kill game in a match, you might not even get any views on it, just because there's so much people uploading videos that your videos will probably get passed up a lot of the time. So that was pretty much my history of gaming. If you guys like this video, please like, favorites, also subscribe. I mean, all of you guys this is pretty much a video for all my subscribers, but if you guys can like and favor the video, comment on what you want me to talk about next time, because I thought this was a pretty good idea, talking about my history of gaming. See you guys.